Hey, Corey.
What?
It's time.
It's what?
It's time.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh, I'm not ready yet. Okay, you guys help me out for a second. Well, welcome everyone to our first Auction Frogs virtual holiday party. All right, time to get this party started. All right, there we go.
Wow, yeah.
Well, thank you to everyone for being here. Hey, Christy, get off your phone. I know that's tough for you and all. All right, here we go. So we are here together, celebrate just a weird, wacky, crazy year. But you know, there's been a lot of good that has come out of this year, and it's been a whole lot of all of us together. And so here we are. You know, normally, if you remember, if you were here, you know, last year for it, there was clients and everyone, and we were all over the place enjoying food and drinks and all that. And well, it's different this year, but I'm just glad we're all still able to be here together. And well, here's a chance in case you haven't got to see it. Some of the craziness that has happened in the last 10 months. And that's just been a little bit about what's going on. All right, everyone ready to drink? I mean, it is the holidays, and we are all here together. And after the weird, wacky year we've had, I think we all deserve one. All right, you've gotten the email and your invite, so hopefully you have all your ingredients here. So here's how you put it together. The first one we're going to start with is the holiday hopper. All right, there you go, holiday hopper. And, you know, just for quality control, we had to try it out a little bit earlier just to make sure that it was going to be okay for you. And really, we were like falling on the sword just for you. Okay, so let's get to making this. So if you have a shot glass or something, it'll make it easier on the parts. If you're not worried about that, well, then just kind of, go for it. But you're going to start with your vodka. Now, any flavor you want, but the consensus here with the production team was the Huckleberry vodka from Teton. So you're going to use for each one, and I'm making it for a few people here, we're going to start with 1 part of vodka. And then going to go to your lemon juice. You're going to use a 1/2 part lemon juice. So 1 shot glass of your vodka, a 1/2 shot glass of the lemon juice. Go ahead and get that in there. Then we're going to go with your cranberry juice, and you're going to use 2 parts of the cranberry juice. So there you go. Now, you'll see on here that you're supposed to put either Prosecco or club soda. Do not put that in your shaker. I'm just saying, not that I've ever done this. It doesn't turn out well. It's going to be a volcano coming out of the shaker. So give that a little shake. Now, after you get it in your glass, then you're just going to take your Prosecco or your club soda, depending, as I break stuff here, and then top it with your Prosecco. Now with that, if you've got some fresh cranberries, that's a great way. You can also use lemon. Let me just take it like that. Christy, you ready?
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. And there is your holiday hopper. Now we made a little bit more for everyone else, and this is something that you can make ahead of time. Just stir it up if you've got more in there. Now, if you're looking for the kiddos to be able to share in this with you, all you got to do is just leave out the vodka. Go ahead and put your club soda instead of the Prosecco. Put your cranberries in there, and everyone gets to enjoy with you. So here for the rest of the production team, we'll get everyone taken care of. I hope you have yours at home and are ready to be able to go. And there's for Brad and Alice. Okay. Now, along with this, do we get Kayla? What, Kayla?
There's people on Zoom that want to say hi.
Hi. Let's say hi to everyone. They're on there. You got your drinks, everyone.
Cheers.
All right, go ahead and raise your glass to surviving 2020. And that's what we've done. And it took each and every one of us together to survive this. So there you go. My hat's off to everyone here on the staff, and for clients that are watching tonight too. Thank you. It's just been, it's been tough. It's been weird, but you know what? We have done it, and we've done it together. And from when this all started, and it was before I got on board, even though working with Auction Frogs for years and together on events, when this all first came down and prior to the whole virtual part, it was really just how the whole, pivot was going to happen. And that started with the development team and how do you make that change? And Kayla got a chance to hang out and talk with y'all and really talk about how things really pivoted and changed there in March.
Since mid-March, when we first got the call and all these clients were calling us and emailing us when the governor shut us down, and we're getting the panic calls from across the nation and people saying, we've got to cancel, postpone, push back. What do we do? What are our options? How do we do this? And then Jennifer would get a call, and Melanie would get a call, and I got a call, and you got a call, and more emails and texts, and phones were ringing off the hook. From that point of going just full speed in event season in the spring to being prepared with all of our staffing, our trips were booked, our events were planned, our sites were live, people were already moving forward with ticket sales. And then for everything to come to an absolute halt and those phone calls and blowing up everybody's communication to us to say, what's happening? From your perspective of having, we were all in the same office and all of the panic was happening from all these calls and you're hearing it. What did the dev team do different, or what had to happen on your guys' side in order to make this happen?
So one of the things that I have noticed this year in when it comes to the needs of our clients changing and they having to adapt to something new is the number of new bidders that we've interacted with this year. We've had a lot more people using our system for the first time through an online auction, a lot of new people who are new to an online auction, they've never done one before, a lot of bidders who have been like, oh, I've only ever written on a bid sheet at the event, I don't know how to do this. And one of the things that we did in the pivot was the development team went in and made it a lot easier for the client to explain to their users how to interact with the auction and what to expect. And it's been fun to watch you guys implement so quickly some of the changes they've suggested.
That's one of the things I appreciate about what we do as a team in working together and identifying the needs of the client and constantly communicating ways that we can enhance our system to make it a better experience for everybody involved.
Well, and listening to our clients and listening to our bidders. This has given us a really good opportunity to see user perspective and see client perspective from a different perspective than usual. So, but while their needs have shifted, it's allowed us to reconsider, okay, how are our clients using our product? How are our bidders using our product? What kind of knowledge base do they have prior to using our product? How transparent do we need to be with its functionality? How transparent do we need to be with, its features so that it doesn't require as much communication or doesn't require as much explanation? So it's been a really nice opportunity to kind of break down previous assumptions and kind of reconstruct them in light of the different user interaction and client interaction that we're having.
Well, it's been fun to watch the creativity sort of spurred by the challenge. Mm-hmm. I think everybody kind of had their oh crap moment, and now we're getting to that place where even just by like April, May, we were really humming along with identifying where we could streamline things and trying to get that done as quickly as possible, and just talking a little more extensively with our staff about what the needs are of their clients on a more regular basis, making sure that they're getting met, because that's what people needed. They needed to be heard. They needed to feel connected. They needed to see someone really go to bat for them. And so that was really fun from my perspective to watch us as a team do for a lot of these clients that were really struggling.
Yeah, good point.
Well, hello everyone. And it's good to see everyone. I look forward to meeting everyone that I haven't met yet, because I know there's a whole bunch of us that have only met kind of by Zoom as the most we've had a chance to interact. But just to let you know, I'm honored to be a part of the team. And part of that team, yes, it's taken all of that transition with the development team. With Christy and with Melanie and Scotty and Ivan and Jerry, making that big change, because nothing else could have happened in the changes that we made without that development team starting. So congratulations on everything y'all did. But then also it's our clients, because they had to pivot, they had to change, and they had to, put their trust in us that we knew what the heck we were doing. And we do. It took a little time and a few bumps and bruises along the way, but we figured it out. And so this year it was important to be able to highlight each of you and the staff, but then also our clients that have been so amazing and in this journey with us as well. So we have a few awards tonight. Our first one is the Red Tie Award, and here's Kayla to present our first award.
Well, hi, Diana. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for our virtual holiday party. How have you been?
Doing so well. Thank you so much. How are you guys?
We're good. We're busy and we're just really excited for the holiday season and to kind of look back at all of the fun stuff we got to do during this crazy year. And one of those things was the Red Tie Soiree. And so today, we would like to present you with the Red Tie Award to celebrate your fun theme, which I can see your background, which is so cute. We loved that design.
Thank you so much. We're really honored. Everyone at NHF and myself, we're thrilled. We're really excited. It was great working with you all, and we're just really, really happy to be here, but also just to be a part of the Auction Frogs family and to have gone through this crazy year, right, together, and as we all navigated it.
Just a little behind the scenes fun fact that I'm not even sure we told you. So you guys had that really beautiful balloon wall that we put up in the studio for the backdrop. That lasted like 2 months, and we used it for other events.
We're so glad that you guys can use them again. It's kind of strange. You put those things up and they're so beautiful that you don't want them to go away. Like you don't want to pop them even. They're just too beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was super cool. And I thought it looked really nice. And it came together super nicely.
It did. And honestly, your team did a fabulous job. We really enjoyed the end product. It was great seeing, Corey and you and everyone behind the scenes really come together and help us take something that was a lot of hard work, and I think anyone watching, right, will agree. Posting anything virtual is not easy, especially in a year where, you have a little bit of a baseline. We're on Facebook, we all email, we have a little bit of knowledge of how the internet works, right? But trying to have a full-fledged gala or a soiree like we did, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of hours, a lot of creativity, and it really, really was a great process for us to work with your team and trying to lift these ideas, because truly in a pandemic world, right, and you're going virtual, there are so many options. You literally can do anything, but really finding that great blend of what's going to work and what's going to stick and what's going to produce great results is the hardest part. And I think you guys, along with us, executed it perfectly.
Well, thank you so much for saying all those kind things and for joining us tonight. And congratulations on your Red Tie Award.
It's really an honor, honestly. It's hysterical because this is, it's been a year, right? I think we can all say that. And to look back and say, hey, we did it is really, really what I think is the best prize of all. And again, thank you and happy holidays to you and everybody at Auction Frogs.
All right. Thanks, you too. Take care.
Thank you.
They were so much fun to work with, and it's great that they won that award. Hey to everyone. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Look at that little Bambino. Is that little Hank there? Is that Sailor? Oh, that's Sailor up there. Oh, Sailor, you are a handsome young man there. That's awesome. Girl? Well, I don't know. We haven't met yet. So Sailor is a beautiful girl. At that age, it's all the same. Okay, leave it to the new guy.
No more for you, Corey.
Have another drink. It'll be okay.
Cut you off, sir.
I know, God, I've only had one sip. I'm already getting cut off. Okay.
Let me put his title under his picture so everybody knows who he is now.
Okay, we're just going to move along here. But besides all the great work that we got to see and how that pivot and change happened with the development team, how it changed in our clients, how they had to kind of completely flip around and rethink how they've always done things. Settle down over in the production corner over there. So it's also been the auction team, the auction engineers, and all the rest that have had to rethink how we've done things. And it's been done for so long now in the last 13, 14 years, in still being able to have that positive attitude when our clients were freaking out. I mean, everyone has been, because it's been a change. So how you guys have been able to just really pivot and change and keep that smile, because if you weren't positive, our clients would have fell apart. And so my hat's off to you. And I know this was really fun when I got to see this with some of the auction team and how they made their transition.
Well, hi, Shauna, Melanie, and Jen. Thank you for joining us and being online for our virtual holiday party. So as auction engineers, which is kind of like a client representative, what has been the craziest part for you guys?
I feel like I've made more personal connections, as you can see. A lot of clients have met my kids. We're all home with our kids. I've met clients' grandkids on Zoom meetings. I've met their children. We're all kind of in the same boat here with virtual learning and virtual events and virtual meetings. And so I've like connected on that level. Like everyone expects to see Emily in my Google Meets now. And you know, a year ago that probably wouldn't have been super appropriate, but everyone gets it this year, you know? So I feel like I've made more personal connections that way with my clients than I have in the past.
I also feel like it's important to recognize that COVID is actually Jennifer's fault, because in January, Jennifer had mentioned that she would love it if she only ever had to do online auctions. And here we are 3 months later in the middle of COVID going, Jennifer, what did you do? So it's totally her fault.
Like lots and lots of online auctions.
But she is having the perfect year. So it totally worked out, because that was also her goal, was to have the perfect
I love online auctions. They're amazing.
Well, and it's
You're
been
welcome.
it's been so interesting to watch our clients realize that online auctions really are a great way to supplement, especially their normal event season. That's one of the things I think we've been able to do more this year, is to talk to our clients about their whole fundraising strategy and not just this one auction, right? That's one of the things I really enjoyed, is just getting to know their cause, getting to know who they, you know, what they normally would do throughout the year, and then help give them product that would help them supplement what they normally would have been doing. So.
So that's an interesting question, just for fun. What kind of, what's the range of different organizations that you worked with?
I'm interested in all of my clients and what they're raising money for. That's why I look, it's a very interesting type of business we're in. We get to learn about all kinds of nonprofits, and there's some unusual ones out there, but I love the conversation I had with a client about a couple months ago. She was teaching me all about colon cancer, and it was really interesting to learn. We talked for probably an hour about prevention and screening and how to do it. And, she's like, how old are you? And I learned so much on that. I was like, oh yeah, we have to do a training now.
What do you want to say to your clients, all of the clients out there, partners, friends, family who are watching our virtual holiday party tonight? What would you say to them here in this format?
I would definitely say that it's been such a pleasure this last year, or COVID year, to work with my clients, because I feel like there's been this sense of being more laid back now, since we're all working from home. And I feel like everyone's been more patient with us, because we're adapting as well during this whole new virtual edition we're, offering to our clients. So there's been a learning curve for us, like I said, and then they're being patient with us, saying, what if could we add this to the, site? Could we add this? So everyone's been so patient and understanding of, us and our dev team to try to accommodate to our clients. So I appreciate all of my clients and love them so much.
Yeah, and just thanks for sticking with us and figuring it out with us. It's been, a challenging year, and I think we overcame most of the obstacles, and we were still able to raise a lot of money for a lot of great causes. And that's a success in my book.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you guys said it really well, probably better than I would have. But yeah, just thank you, and just really looking forward to doing more fundraisers with everybody next year.
That's a great team, and there they are. How's everyone doing? Even though I just, keep making up names for people, it's okay. We're going to have George up in the corner over there here pretty soon. You never know what could happen from here. Welcome everyone again to our first Auction Frogs virtual holiday party. And now it's not the same, but I'm glad you're here and all of us together. And our clients that are watching as well, thank you so very much. And it brings us up to our second award of the night for our clients. We have the Stars Award, and here's Kayla to present our second award tonight.
Well, hi, Gardner. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for our virtual holiday party. How have you been?
I've been good. I wish I was partying down like you guys, though, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we're having a good time. It's all, socially distanced and virtual and safe, but we're definitely getting into the holiday spirit. So we wanted to, invite you to join also so that we can present you with an award, and your award is the Star Award in honor of the really fun Passing the Star video that you guys did. You were one of I think our only clients to try that out, and I thought it was super fun.
Oh, we had such a blast doing it, and I mean, it was a great idea that you guys had, and we had fun videoing it, and I thought it turned out great. I mean, it really, the first time I saw it, I got goosebumps. I was like, this is exactly what we wanted to do.
If you were to say something to someone who was, thinking about having a virtual event, or, the pandemic is still very much underway, so somebody who maybe has to have a virtual event, is there some piece of, wisdom or advice that you would offer them going into the experience?
My advice, my wisdom is, and I say this to other people, so it's not just because you're interviewing me right now, is, trust the experts of, Auction Frogs, because you are doing this and you've got lots of different experience, and a lot of organizations, a nonprofit like Stars, we don't. And so, I'm relying on your expertise, and I felt very comfortable every step of the way. If there was something that I had a question of, you were very open to me, questioning it, why we would do it or not. And I just think, your organization, your staff are really amazing creatively. You're amazing executing on the project and the events. And I couldn't be happier. It was really wonderful. You have an amazing team there at Auction Frogs.
Well, thank you. Really, thank you. That means so much. It's been so fun for us to work with you guys, and congratulations on the Star Award.
Thank you for the Star Award.
And a well-deserved Star Award, because they are rock stars. They were so much fun to work with. All of our clients, each one so different, and each event, we keep thinking that, okay, we've got this down. Yes and no. As far as yes, we have the process down, and Kayla and Brad and Alice and Christy and I, we do our best thinking, okay, we've got this roadmap. But every client has its own, as you know, whether it's auction engineer, development team, whatever, every client has their own personality, and it's awesome. So who's ready for the next drink? Scotty, I'm sure you are, just because you have to be on camera this long. All right, so we're going to go with the Lily Pad Spritzer here. All right, so here, you take whatever vodka you want. We're just going to use a plain Absolute vodka here. And so just 1 part of your vodka. Going to throw that in there, and then your Midori, 1 part Midori. And no, we had the question, by the way, is the hand sanitizer the special sauce for the drink? Well, in a way, yes, because we use this all the time to make sure. We have been a family, and I know that we've had comments during different things where people have said, are you social distancing? And it's like, you know what? We do the best we possibly can. But this is family. this is our family. And since the beginning of April, we're some of the only people we've been around as each other. And we make sure that we take all the precautions possible. You know, everyone, whether it's client, ourselves, they come in, they get their temperature taken, even myself, and keep hoping that I don't wind up with the temperature right before we have a virtual event because, well, you know, we can't go on at that point. But we love each other and we take all the precautions because none of us wants to be the next one to be sick. So don't ever worry about that. All right, so you've got your Prosecco, or excuse me, you've got your vodka and your Midori in there, and then a little bit of lemon juice. You've got a half part of lemon juice. So just a half a shot of that. Put that in there, and again, before you go putting your club soda in, as Christy found out earlier, don't shake the club soda. It's not good. All right, so give that a little shake. Then you can top it with your club soda. And this is your lily pad spritzer. And take your club soda. There you go. Finish it off with that. Make it all pretty with a lemon wedge. And there you go. Christy, this is just for you. You get to try the very first lily pad spritzer. All right, which, you know, we're down to our last couple of our client awards. And our award here, now obviously we've had the beverage because of Melanie. Thank you so much. You are amazing for bringing down the chocolates and the baked goods and all that goodness. You're a rock star. We love you. And I've gained probably 10 pounds because of it, but that's okay. So it brings us to our wine and chocolate award. And here's Kayla once again to give the surprise to our next client.
Well, hi, Teresa. Thank you so much for joining us at our virtual holiday party tonight. How have you been?
I'm good. Happy holidays.
Oh, thanks so much.
Thanks for inviting me.
Well, we are very excited to present you with the Wine and Chocolates Award. And that is in honor of the watch parties that you guys had, in which you actually gave wine and chocolates to everybody.
Thanks for the award.
Yeah.
We're honored. Wine and chocolate, nothing better.
Can you tell us a little bit about those watch parties?
So obviously with the pandemic, we had to change how we went about things this year. But historically, our event is an in-person live event. And basically, you all were able to make that very much real and similar, except for that people were watching from the comfort of their home. Or the idea that one of my coworkers, Ramona, had was, let's encourage small gatherings so that we could be COVID safe and responsible. And that's what we did. So we call them watch parties. And we reached out to folks that have attended our event in the past and asked some of our closest friends if they wouldn't mind hosting a small gathering at their home. And our goal was to have 10 homes. We reached that goal. We actually ended up having 15 various gatherings. And our chef, Brian Ahern, made all the food for the parties. And then Chapelet Wines out of California, who also have a home here, donated the wine and all of our tech support. So we sent a tech support person volunteer to each home just so the homeowner wouldn't have to worry about how to, work their TV and their computer at the same time. And it was quite fun. And then I think it was you, Kayla, that gave us the idea of taking pictures. So the tech support person took pictures of the watch parties, and Auction Frogs was able to incorporate that into the live virtual event.
So that was so fun.
Yeah. I should tell all my fellow Auction Frog clients, I hope that you had the same experience that we had. We actually raised 30% more this year than we did over last year. So we raised $6,000 in 2019, and this year our event raised $263,000.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, and you all made that helped make that possible for us.
Well, we were so glad to be a part of it, and yeah, thanks again for being here, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2021.
Same to you. Thanks for working with us, and thanks for the Wine and Chocolate Award.
Oh, and thank you guys again. You know, such a great client, and they were so much fun to work with, and their client, their whole event was just outstanding. But, as we've talked about, it's been so important because of you guys and the staff, because of the great clients we have. But there's someone else that I haven't mentioned yet, and that's been all the partnerships that we've been able to get through all of this. And it's kind of that third leg of the bar stool. It doesn't stand up with only two. It really has taken everyone together, and that is the staff, that is the client, and that is all the partnerships that we've had as well. And I had to write them down because I didn't want to leave anyone out. Of course, AmFund, Wendy and everyone has been amazing with the luxury trips. OT Sports, you were awesome. Golf Status for the golf tournaments, amazing. Grandstand Sports and all the sports memorabilia, I love it. Let's see, IATS, also Drive Payments, Staley Payments, Giggle and Riot, one of the newer partnerships that we've had. And most importantly, we could not do this without them, because otherwise we would just have virtual events sitting in a room that no one could see, because we wouldn't have the amazing, see, it would be like that. That's what would happen. It would just go black if we didn't have Ellsberg Studio. So Brad and Alice and his great sense of humor. Love you, Brad, over there. When all this came together in that new phase of Auction Frogs and that new component, because we need all that we've already had, and now we've moved into also adding those virtual components, and the production team, which I'm a part of, has been such a huge part of my family and now family and all of you as well. And here was a chance for all of us a couple of days ago just to sit and talk about the craziness of the last 10 months.
I don't know if you guys have ever told me, Brad and Christy, how you guys connected and partnered up for the whole virtual event endeavor.
We both were in leadership NAMPA this past year and really got to know each other that way, and just sort of got to know each other better. And once the shift all started to happen, I called him up instantly and just said, Brad, all these events, everything that's been happening, we've got to do something. Let's get together and talk about how we might be able to take these events into an online kind of virtual environment. Let's brainstorm some thoughts.
Yeah, and so I think we got together like within the week after the governor shut Idaho down. We got together, socially distanced, of course, and safe, but we were all just trying to figure out what this meant. And so, Chrissy had kind of the idea. She had, kind of the model that she wanted to do, and it fit perfectly with what we do as far as producing events for clients with, AV support and all of those things. We just kind of added that, brought out some of our old cameras and dusted them off, and kind of started creating, kind of television land again, to be able to, to basically capture these events. And so, yeah, within just a couple of weeks, we were actually doing our very first event. A few people had ideas and did demos, but we really, I think Christy did the first.
Yeah, I think it was in the industry. I think it was really the first one that actually produced instead of talking about it. It's true. I remember that first meeting after we talked on the phone and said, let's get Corey together. Corey is MC at all these different events that we've either always been at together or everybody's known each other in these different capacities. And Corey came to that same meeting and it was like ninja. We were all trying to dodge, okay, cars are driving by and getting together in this office, which are full of windows. We're like, should we put things up? We're not supposed to be in an office. Everyone's supposed to be at home, shut down, quarantine.
It felt like a Terminator movie. That's how I keep describing it. It felt like one of the Terminator movies, that we were going to go into a bunker and broadcast and say we're still here.
That's awesome.
We have this event center next to our office that used to be a thriving event center, but then when everything shut down, of course, we said, let's have this first virtual event, bring all the equipment. We've got an event center, got an MC, we've got the online auction technology. We can broadcast through Ellsberg Studios with their production team. Let's make this happen with a client that I know will say yes if I say, hey, we want to try this. She came in, set up the backdrop, brought in some items, and again, the event center filled with windows. Everywhere around this event center is just nothing but windows. And again, we're worried about the neighbors. We're going in late at night and trying to show the camera during the live shot, like, this is our first production. Look at us being socially distanced. And we were nervous. That was true. Yeah, that was early April. So April 7th, I think, even. So yeah, that was crazy. But really proved the model and total proof of concept there.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things that I don't know if we, without the necessity of needing to pivot, without that, I don't know if we would have gotten here. But what we've, at least what I've learned, and I think all of us have learned through this, and the bangs and bruises and learning curve that we went through, was yes, it does work. And my goodness, why didn't we start doing this sooner? Because I think with all of these virtual events, there are people that never would have been able to be at that traditional gala, but they want to give, whether they're in this state, across the world, whatever. I think this is going to be here to stay, and that's the biggest thing I think we've learned.
Yeah, well, especially the expense side of things, right? I mean, to host a traditional event and how expensive that is, and what that looks like in person between catering and venue and, well, AV and MC and auctioneer and even auction company, all of those expenses add up. And when you put it into a virtual environment, it's completely a fraction of that entire cost. And it's really concentrated on that, on the auction company and the production company. And in our case, we're one, so it really lends itself to a one-stop shop. But what it also does is it helps to streamline those best practices and audience expansion and long bidding timeframes and working together cohesively as a team with all parties involved to see all facets of this fundraising endeavor that we're really embarking on. And you put a team together that's all been there and done that and have this great experience in these different areas. Really, it's been fantastic. Really great way to bring talent together. So way to go, team.
Yeah. And it really has, taken, so much effort and creativity from our team, from clients. And it's somebody was calling it a character building year, and it really has been. It's just been
a good way to put it.
Totally like innovation from March forward.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's been interesting as I've talked to several clients that we've done events with, some events that I've done for 15 or 18 years. And they said, this year we had to throw out the notebook. Everything that they had done that was almost a template, they knew how to do it. They knew how to make it work. All of that experience went out the window. So honestly, I'm actually excited as we hit March and April. We're going to start looping back around to some of these a year later that we've done. And we have a model and a template now and a lot of clients that we've done this with. And so now we're going to be able to build on that and kind of be finding a new way, whether it's hybrid events with some live, but also an online element, or some of these virtual events that will just stay that way because they are so successful that people are going, this is a great way to fundraise, and so much different. So I'm kind of excited to start filling up some of those template notebooks again so that we know how things will work in the future, but also just building on top of what we've all experienced.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here and talking to us, and thank you just for everything this year. I mean, this is my first year at Auction Frogs, and you helped me adapt and learn, and I never would have guessed that this is where things would have ended up when I started in the beginning of March. But I am just love what we do, and I'm just so excited to keep doing it. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for making this possible. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. You're the best.
Aw.
There you go. Make sure, if you haven't done it already, get your photos taken. Just text frogs to 22454 if you haven't already, or if you don't know how to find the homepage here for our holiday party. And that'll take you to our virtual photo booth. And there's Kayla the Grinch, along with Alice and I. I love it. And that's Giggle and Riot. That's one of those many, many amazing different partnerships that we've been able to acquire and to have. And it really has made all the difference in the world, because it has been all of us together making that difference. And this brings us up to our final award winner for the night for our clients. And this is tough, because you know what? Each and every one of our clients were amazing. At least for me, through all of this, I've enjoyed each and every one. And so that it's hard to be able to narrow that down. And I know it was for everyone. But with our final award, here's Kayla once again. It is our 2-in-1 award this year.
Well, hi, Diana. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our virtual holiday party. How have you been?
Hi, been doing pretty well. Yeah, things are moving along with the expansion, and
oh, good.
Yeah, we haven't had any emergencies lately, so super happy about that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, tonight we are here to present you with the 2-in-1 award, because you are the only client that we've had this year, and possibly the only client or nonprofit in history to have done 2 virtual events in 1 year. So major congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What has that been like for you to transition over to virtual, not once, but twice in the same year?
Yeah, well, the first one was almost like a pilot for both of us, I think. You know, we were one of the early virtual events, and it was pretty impressive how quickly you guys were able to throw everything together. And it was such a great experience. I knew we could do more with it. And so being able to do one just a few months later and replace the revenue that we lost from not having an in-person event was, it was great. Yeah, it worked out really well.
Good deal. Were you able to raise as much as you have in previous years between the 2 fundraisers?
Well, if you take into account the cost of having an in-person gala, we actually raised more.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep.
That's great. That's great to hear, because I know you guys are busy doing construction. So my final and most important question, are you going to go for your 3rd virtual event in 2021? Like, would you do another one?
We would definitely do another one. Yeah.
Awesome.
Part of it is it's like unsure what's going on with the pandemic and the rollout of the vaccine and all that, and how safe it will be to have in-person events. But, you know, we have traditionally in the past few years before the pandemic done an in-person event and then an online auction. Mm-hmm. And adding the virtual event to the online auction was a lot of fun. So I think we'll probably stick with that.
Thank you so much for being here, for being such a great partner with us this year, and learning how these virtual events work, and being creative and innovative, coming up with new things. Thanks for having us at the sanctuary. That was so fun. And yeah, we're just looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you guys for being able to pivot so quickly and throw things together and have really great ideas. It was fun brainstorming with you different things that we could do.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Happy holidays.
You know, when when I first heard the name of this one and that the Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, which we just fell in love with because for so many different reasons, but because we actually got to be there and to spend that time. When it was called the 2-in-1 Award, I thought it was because there was 2 potential boyfriends for Kayla in one trip. And that was where it... And here's where Kayla starts throwing stuff at me. All right, let's go ahead and check out everyone. I hope you're still having fun at home. Let's say hello, because we're down to the last few minutes here for our holiday party. But you know, as we wind things down here, we had a lot of fun, and at times probably more fun than we should. But you know, please don't ever forget that we know exactly why we're here each and every day. And that's all of us together, and to be able to do the best we can for our clients. So thank you to everyone on staff, our clients, everyone else. And you never know, and something we've talked about so many times because there's so much video that happens all the time behind the scenes, that if only they knew the stuff that happens behind the scenes, whether it's running around to find internet that was strong enough on a remote location, whether it was getting a last second change done. There's been so many things, and what happens behind the camera, sometimes even more fun than what happens in front of the camera. And here's a chance to peek behind that.
Let's raise a lot of money and let's support the programming.
12 seconds, mic unmuted.
Stars,
Corey live.
Support our mission. And now I'm going to turn it over to our host, Corey Michaels, who's going to lead us through our program. Take it away, Corey. Thanks so much.
We have please don't ever apologize, because when you have the ability to give along with what someone else is able to give, someone else is able to give, that's where it happens.
This is what rehearsal looks like. Alice and Brad in the corner doing their thing. Here we are, hair and makeup. Oh, we won't be able to tell till the camera comes back on. It looks better to me from here. Who knew you'd have a career as a makeup artist? Why are you wearing a blanket?
Because I forgot my sweatshirt and I don't have the top on my Jeep yet, and it's cold.
Okay, well, have a good night, Corey. Thanks for all your hard work tonight.
Thank you.
Magic. That's the star of the show right there.
Thanks again, Dr. John and Stephanie, for your wonderful support.
It's been a crazy day here at the Little Ski Hill, and we are about to pre-record our live broadcast, which goes live in about 2 hours. Alice is on camera. Preston.
Award-winning Brad smile going on over there.
Beautiful. Oh no! Beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Well, we definitely look forward when everyone on staff can be able to, we can be back together, and then you can see some of the craziness and fun and camaraderie in person together, because that's what it's all about. And so here's our virtual way of all of us being together tonight. Oh, Jennifer, smile. It's okay. All right, well, Christy, I know you have a lot that you would like to say here after this year that 2020 has been.
This has been such a wild ride. I mean, this whole year has been challenging, yet quite rewarding all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's been fun, it's been sad, and it's been confusing.
Mm-hmm.
It's been
to say the least. Yes.
a transition, but more importantly, it's been a success. It's been a wild ride, but quite a success. And most of that success comes from our staff, I believe, but also in helping our clients and seeing everybody pull together and make this possible. And it's been so much fun to see how we've all grown through this entire process.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around to see Kayla and Brad and Alice and Corey, myself. We got everybody on screen right now between just everybody, Cameron and Ivan and Julie and Shauna and Alice and Melanie, and we've got Jerry Ann somewhere in there, and Tammy and Alicia and Elisa and Lacey and Sierra and more.
And babies that I was just making up names
All
for.
the plus ones and plus twos. And so appreciate everyone that's pulled together to make this possible, because it could not have been done by any one person or by just this team individually, because this is such a powerhouse in of itself, but it's because of our staff, and it's because of our clients, and it's because of the great causes. And I'm so grateful that all of those things have come together. And while 2020
I love babies. Sorry, baby picture.
but while 2020 has been really odd, I mean, to say the least, right? I mean, everything you watch on the news and everything that's happening with politics and the coronavirus and all the challenges that everybody's faced, we've really come out of 2020 with a lot of positive things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. So I want to thank everybody on our staff and our clients and all of our subcontractors and our partners, and it's been such a phenomenal year. We've learned a lot of lessons, and we look forward to 2021. So I would ask that you join me in a cheers to 2021 and what the year brings, with lots of lessons behind us, and may this year be amazing.
Yes.
Cheers.
There you go. Social distant clink.
Clink. All right, so I think we've got some bloopers. What do we have?
Well, we have some holiday wishes, and then some of the things that, they don't always go right.
Oh, you got to see these. This is pretty funny.
Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
God, he's gonna go bring back a Santa or something.
Okay, you got to promise not to laugh, all right?
Green screen.
No promises.
Why would we laugh at your Christmas tree?
What?
It's tiny.
It's a baby, all right?
I like it.
He's trying his best.
Okay, yeah, you want to come with me? You want to say happy holidays with us?
There.
There we go. Let me see. Oh.
I like that tiny tree.
Oh, thank
Call
you.
at me.